say, an outsourced parenting.
It's better for me to do that than for me to sit back and have regrets later on in life saying, dang, I wish I would have tried that.
We all know that love and marriage, Huntsville is no stranger to drama. Every episode gives viewers a new reason to stay glued to their screens. But what happened this time shook everyone to the core. This wasn't just another fight, side-eye, or shady comment. No, this was deeper. It ended with someone in the hospital, lawyers stepping in, and a cast member questioning if they even want to continue on the show.
I think at the end of the day, you're gonna regret not, seeing the kids grow up and being a mom to the kids more so than you'll regret making real estate deals or closing them. That's a tough balance, and I think that I know you'll make the right decision.
Let's take it back to where it all started. Stormi and Latisha had a confrontation so intense that it ended with Stormi being taken to the emergency room. And get this, it wasn't even over something she actually said. According to people close to production, the drama kicked off because of a rumor that twisted itself like a game of telephone gone wrong. Supposedly, Stormi had been telling people that Marsau, Latisha's husband, had a baby with another woman and that Latisha was the last person to find out. Now here's where things get really wild. Stormi didn't even say Marsau's name. In fact, the conversation wasn't even on camera. She had been speaking privately with someone else. But somehow, that quiet chat got passed around, changed, and retold until it reached Latisha, sounding like a full-blown betrayal. If you know anything about Latisha, you know she does not play when it comes to her husband.
Some of the things we really did have to overcome within our relationship and our marriage, but infidelity wasn't one of them,
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just wasn't my case. And then once I started having people come to me, it was like, well, we've been offered money to come on the show and say we slept with your husband. I was like, oh my God.
She's been protective of him from the very beginning, and she's had her share of trust issues in the past. So when someone came to her and said that Stormi was running her mouth about Marsau having a baby on the side, oh, she was heated. But not loud. She was quiet, the kind of quiet that lets you know something's about to go down. Now, behind the scenes, things had already been building. During an off-camera moment, Stormi and Marsau were seen having a serious talk. Nothing flirty or over the top, just two people standing close and speaking in low voices. But the way Stormi looked tense, worried, almost like she was warning him, got people talking. One crew member said it seemed like she was giving him a heads up before things exploded.
We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready.
And honestly, that tracks. Stormi's been around long enough to know how quickly rumors can spread and damage reputations. Maybe she was trying to help, not hurt. But when your wife has been burned before, and you're caught in a whisper-filled moment with someone she already doesn't trust, even the best intentions can look suspicious. And that's exactly what happened. Someone who saw Stormi and Marsau together went back and told Latisha what they heard. And just like that, the story changed. Suddenly, Stormi wasn't just sharing information, she was accusing Marsau of cheating and calling Latisha clueless for not knowing. From what we've heard, Stormi never said any of that. She may have repeated something she heard during a private talk, something she wasn't even sure was true. But by the time it made its way to Latisha, it sounded like Stormi was laughing behind her back and calling her dumb. When Latisha showed up that day, people around her could feel the tension. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't even raising her voice. But her whole energy was tight. She looked like someone who had made up her mind this was going to be a confrontation. One crew member described it as a storm waiting to hit. Latisha walked in, calm but firm, and headed straight to Stormi. She looked her in the eye and said, "If you've got something to say about my husband, say it to my face." Stormi, completely caught off guard, tried to explain. She responded with something like, "Latisha, that's not how it happened. Someone twisted what I said. I'm not even sure if any of it is real." From everything we've learned, it sounds like she was telling the truth. She wasn't trying to throw Marsau under the bus. She may have just been reacting to whispers she heard and warning him, not spreading it around. But Latisha wasn't trying to hear it. Witnesses say she slammed her glass down and snapped. "So now I'm stupid? You're spreading lies and expect me to sit here and smile?" That's when things went from tense to dangerous. A table was knocked over, no one's quite sure if it was thrown or just fell in the chaos, and Stormi ended up on the ground. Some people say she fainted. Others said she was hyperventilating. Either way, it was clear something was very wrong. Her skin had gone pale. Her hands were shaking. She could barely talk. The producers immediately shut everything down and called for paramedics. When the EMS arrived, they loaded her into an ambulance and rushed her to the hospital. Doctors later said her blood pressure was extremely high, so high that it could have caused a stroke. This wasn't just drama. Her body had hit its limit. The emotional stress, the tension, the buildup over months, it all crashed down at once. This wasn't a stunt for the cameras. This was real. Stormi needed serious medical help. Now, for anyone who's followed Stormi for a while, this probably didn't come as a total shock. She's talked openly about struggling with anxiety. She's posted about the pressure of being a mom, a businesswoman, and a public figure all at once. So when this emotional explosion happened, it made sense. It wasn't just about that moment. It was everything building up inside her. Stormi's recovery was quick, but her response wasn't quiet. Her legal team sent a cease and desist letter right away. One copy went to the production company, another to Latisha. The letter accused them of causing emotional harm, using intimidation, and ignoring her past warnings. Yep, you heard right. Stormi had apparently told producers before filming that she and Latisha weren't in a good place. She had asked for mediation or some kind of protection to keep things from going too far. But according to sources, they ignored her concerns and filmed anyway. If that's true, it could be serious. If she asked for help and they still pushed her into a heated scene knowing her health was fragile, that's not just irresponsible, it might be legal trouble for the show. And get this, Stormi isn't doing this for attention. She's not broke. She's not chasing fame. She's saying loud and clear, I'm not staying silent just so I can keep filming. While Stormi's lawyers got to work, Latisha made her next move, and let's just say it didn't help her case. She went on Instagram and posted a story that said, people love to play victim when they start a fire and get burned. Now, it might have felt like a clapback in the moment, but that post could seriously hurt her. Lawyers are already saying that if this goes to court, that quote can be used as evidence. It shows she didn't feel bad. In fact, it looks like she was proud of what happened. Meanwhile, the network was watching closely not just the fight, but the reactions online. And with that one post, Latisha may have pushed herself into even hotter water. Now, let's talk about Marsau Scott, the man at the center of the storm. Normally, Marsau's the first one to speak up when the blogs start talking. He'll joke, deny, post memes, whatever it takes to shut things down. But this time, silence. And that silence got people wondering, what is he hiding? Then, just when people started to move on, boom, another shock hit. A woman appeared on Instagram live and claimed she had been involved with Marsau for a while. She said she got pregnant in 2022, and when she told Marsau, he ghosted her. But she didn't stop there. She said she had proof. Messages, voice recordings, and even legal paperwork requesting a DNA test. Before anyone could blink, she deleted the video. But it was too late. Fans had already recorded it and posted clips everywhere. It spread fast. People started connecting dots, comparing dates, and suddenly, Marsau's name was in every comment section. One fan wrote, Stormi was trying to warn them and got attacked for it. Now the truth is showing itself anyway. Another added, Latisha kept defending Marsau like he could do no wrong, but he's been wild since day one. The network couldn't ignore it any longer. Producers held an emergency meeting, not just about the fight, but about the show's future. Latisha's position is now under review. Between the physical confrontation and her shady Instagram post, producers are questioning whether she crossed a line. Stormi, on the other hand, might be getting more screen time. Sources say she could be given a larger role behind the scenes, or even more control over her storyline. OWN reportedly doesn't want to lose her. As for Marsau, word is he might be suspended from filming until the baby situation is cleared up. The network doesn't want the backlash, especially with so many viewers demanding better treatment of women and more accountability from the cast. Now, if that DNA test comes back and confirms Marsau is the father, everything could fall apart. So here's the question we're all left with. Was Stormi really gossiping? Or was she warning someone about something that was going to come out anyway? Did Latisha go after the wrong person based on a lie? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this story, it's far from over.